Alrighty, well, Hidden, welcome to again. Welcome to the channel. I don't know if you've ever been here before, but if you have, welcome back, and if you haven't, welcome. Um, yeah. So you've had a pretty interesting last couple of weeks, huh?
Mm. Oh, that'd be crazy. Like it's almost like I accidentally started a fight with a YouTuber that's like 100 times my size, but it's okay.
Mm. Who can't learn to accept responsibility as a grown ass
That's
woman? And oh
crazy.
my god, it's just. Yeah, we're gonna get into all of that, chat. I have questions, lots and lots of different questions about this. So yeah, I'm very excited for this. But other than that, how have you been?
Well, in hell is the short of it.
Mm.
I've been working on stuff behind the scenes. I've been talking about it a bunch. Because originally I thought I'd have the video out by now, which is I've been working on something about Courtney Pete. I'm sure
Yes,
everybody knows who that is.
yes. I was gonna ask you about that. Yeah, you told Nerdy about that yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been working on that video and I've had people reach out to me and give me some info that I don't think the public has seen before. And because I want to do this whole thing justice rather than just, smack it out there and call it a day. So
Mm-hmm.
I've been working on that. Might be my longest video yet. I'm 60 pages into the script and still missing two sections.
Oh my
So,
god. Oh my god. Wow.
right?
Oh yeah, I can't. I can't. I'm looking forward to that. That's now. I know of Courtney to a certain degree. I don't really follow her. I think that I know who she is. Right? We all know who she is to
Yeah.
a certain degree. And for those that don't know, um, she is Lily Orchard's sister, blood sister, or are they half
Yeah.
sisters?
No, I think they're actually proper sisters, and she's the
Okay.
youngest out of everybody in the Orchard household. So there's Lily, and then she has an older brother who isn't much better, by
Yes.
the way. So
Oh God. Oh God. But yeah, they biological. Okay. I don't. I was just wanting to. I for some reason I was thinking that they were half. I have no idea why, but anyway. But yeah, that's nerdy.
Mhm.
You know who she's related to? Hush, nerdy. God damn it. Hi, nerdy. Butthead. Anyway.
Hello. I'm a
Speaking of
bully.
which, shameless plug. Hidden talked to I mentioned this earlier. Hidden talked to Nerdy yesterday, and they had a really good conversation. I heard that today. Um, it seems like you guys had a lot of fun, but
Oh, very.
yeah. Oh, so that Courtney video.
Hmm.
That's gonna be really
Hmm.
interesting. You're 60 pages in, and you're
Yeah, it's
missing two
insane. Like I
sections.
started. Okay,
What?
full transparency, right? I started this video out of spite because I really dislike Courtney. I like really dislike some of her antics. And I was made privy to like the screenshots everybody has seen by now, which is the conversation she had with a 13-year-old.
Yes.
So I was like, surely this is not the first thing that she's done. Surely there's more. So I went digging and I found a lot of stuff and I started like working with that stuff. And then out of nowhere, I had people reach out to me and be like, "Hey, so you're working on a Courtney video, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, I am."
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
sure. And they were like, "Hey, we have a bunch of info. Can we like?" And I was like, "Yes, please give."
Please and
So
thanks. Yeah.
like I've been working on that, and I don't want to spoil too much because a lot of it would be really harsh without evidence. But
Mhm.
my God, is it a riot? I am in perpetual hell. It is
Oh
not
my
fun.
god. I can only imagine. I can only imagine. See, that's why I give yes, I've made videos before too, but not but I do upload videos on here, but researching stuff like that is whew, I haven't done
Yeah.
anything like that yet, but it's I can only imagine. Like you kind of do you kind of work the same way as a fair, kind of like how Yen does in a
Yeah,
way?
like I
Yeah.
sort of like I'm certainly like in the same commentary sphere. We share the sphere. We talk a lot. I help her with a bunch of stuff a lot of
Mhm.
times. But like I'm unlike her, I don't really do.
Uh-oh. You cut out on me. Is Discord being stupid? Of course it is. Chat, can anybody hear her? Right? KP got her, apparently. Okay. Hidden, I don't know if you can hear me or not, but try going back into waiting and I'll pull you back in.
Me. It
There
would
we
shock
go!
me.
There you go. Okay.
Hello.
Now we're back. Okay. You cut out like right when you were explaining about Yen. Yen did it.
My name is
Fucking
Optimus
love it.
Prime.
Yen did
and
it.
I'm
Dang
about
you,
to
Yen.
bust.
Thank you. You
Dang
murdered me. I was
Dang you,
sniped.
Yen. Quit it. Quit pulling pranks. Anyway, but no, go back to what you were saying about Yen. I'm sorry.
No, like Yen does a whole lot of like really in-depth work about things in the SCC and stuff. I don't do that. I find one thing I like, I make a video, I fuck off. It's that
There
simple.
you go. Fair. Very fair. Well, a lot of other creators I've known of that does that, you know, and that's, hey, all power to them. But I've heard of Wookie, shut up. I've heard of other creators doing that too, because YouTube is just another animal in and of itself. And if it's not something that you really want to do, you just do it for shits and giggles, then, you know, obviously that's well within your right to do. But I am psychotic and I stream on a regular basis because I love to torture myself, apparently. So yeah, there's that.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but no, we love Yen. But that's how you found out about me, right? Or vice versa?
Yeah, like it was mostly through Yen because I'm not really in the content creator sphere. Like, you will not see me connect with a whole lot of people because I just don't, because I don't do enough. So, but I see Yen, and then Yen's like, oh, this person's really nice, and that person's really nice, and this person is really nice. I'm like, oh, look at all these people. Look at all these people I don't know. Like,
well, I'm just getting to know Yen a little bit better myself, and I love her. She's
so much.
Yeah, she's a. How long have you known her?
So, I've known her for a while because we started out as like friends and cats there.
Okay.
Eventually she and a few others were applying to become moderators there, and I hijacked the mod interview because Lio was busy playing Transformers. So I started asking them all the questions, and we just stayed in contact afterwards because we went through some dramas together. Because of course, what brings you closer together than drama?
Drama, right? Exactly. Yeah. By the way, and also, okay, that's a day that ends in Y with Lio having Transformers, all right? It's either Transformers or Power Rangers or something, okay? It's either one of those two.
He's busy. I was like, don't worry, Lio. I'll have that interview for you. It's okay.
You're fucking funny. Oh, well, I just started talking with Lio just recently, actually. He's been on here a couple of different times. But I haven't actually like sat down and had like an interview type thing with him. I don't know if I want to do that just yet because I don't think it's necessary. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe one day for shits and giggles I might try to get him in here for like an interview, but I don't know if that'll ever happen or not. But and I don't think that's if it's I don't know. I haven't really delved into all of that. But no, I've gotten to know Lio, like I said, just recently. Obviously, we've got to know him from everything last year, but I also knew him from when he was. Do you know who Slug is by any chance?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
When he had something going, when he was moderating for Slug, or he was moderating a debate with another lovely person that I know and love, Peepaw Riveter. And this was about 2 years ago now, I think. And give or take, and they had a debate of some sort, and Lio just happened to be there, and they had a back and forth, and it was something else. So,
I bet.
Yeah, that's how I found out about Lio, and I was like, and then the drama that happened last year with everything with the ACC blowing up and whatnot, but now in the time frame that I've gotten to know of Lio, he's been very, very nice to me, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, he's like, a lot of people seem to think he's super scary and evil and malicious or whatever the fuck else. He's literally just a guy. Like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He's just a dude, and he's extremely, like, graceful, and especially, like, the KP situation has shown that again, where he's willing to give people that don't deserve it so much grace and patience. And so it's really funny to me when people are like, oh my god, Lio's so evil because look at these things he's done. It's like, yeah, things he's acknowledged, things he tries not to repeat. He's actually really nice if you were to just talk to him instead of turning him into a content farm, but that's okay. We can't all be me.
Yeah, but and also the thing is, though, too, is that with his, and I think that I've said something like this before with him, too, is that with his reputation and how things played out last year and how just again, how everything blew up the way that it did. It was, I think that it took a bit of time, and I'm glad that it did, for him to just feel like he just needed to get his shit together, do what he felt that he needed to do to, disconnect from everything, because obviously him connecting and stuff was not working and it was detrimental to him. So, and I'm glad that he was able to just take time away and get himself together. And hopefully that
Yeah.
continues, And that's all you can really say about anybody in this space, is that if they have a big story like that blows up and they just need to disconnect, by all means do it. In fact, I encourage it.
Yeah, no, like I've had that on a much smaller scale last year where I just disappeared for a while.
Now, you mentioned that earlier. You mentioned
As
that off
bad as
stream.
you guys make me out to be.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, you had mentioned that off stream, and I was going to mention this to you too. This is why I wanted to wait until we were live. I am just getting into, or have been just getting into, some of the ACC drama that happened last year. A lot of
Yeah.
it I didn't touch, or a lot of it I didn't ever cover, because one, everybody and their mother's uncle was covering ACC stuff at that time. And two, I think that it was just, I didn't know, like, if I would be interested in covering it or not. But I have covered now over the last couple of months, off and on. I've been covering different things like that, different stories of the ACC here and there. Like, I learned about doodle tones. That was fun. Um, Birdie, different people like that, just off the top of my head. Ponder, different people like that. But so what was the drama that you got yourself into last year? Do you think that some people may know you better from that, or can you explain
They
that?
might actually.
Oh, okay. Okay, fair. Okay.
So let's just see. Okay, so last year a lot of people I think noticed that the Senate, Elias first server, actually imploded. The reason for that was that there was Hopeless Peaches. I think everybody knows who Hopeless Peaches is,
Mhm.
tragically so. Um she decided, they, like, by the way, Hopeless Peaches is using she her again for those who weren't aware. That's
Oh.
why I'm saying she. I'm not misgendering that bitch. I'm
Oh.
above that. But like, yeah, she so what ended up happening is there was a small group that formed in Senate that was made up of Peaches, of Lumi, which was one of the head moderators, of Zach Not Kyle, of K Cosmic, of
Mhm.
me, obviously, and smaller people that I don't think matter in the grand scheme of this. And we started growing closer, and Lumi kind of introduced Peaches into the friend group. And eventually, and this might be a little fuzzy, so don't quote me on this, but eventually she pulled us aside into a second server called the Burger King, where she started basically trauma dumping on us, and she started suicide, like having suicidal ideation in front of us, and she started feeding us bits and pieces of Lio being abusive to her. And because we were all
Oh.
like terrified, and also because we were all exhausted, and also because we were apparently all really gullible,
Mhm.
we ate that shit right up. We were
Mhm.
like, okay, Lio's an abuser, Lio's evil, Lio abused you. And these two eventually formed like a plan to dethrone Lyle. Is the nicest way I can put it. So
Oh,
just to
wow.
destroy everything he has.
Yeah.
And for most of this, I wasn't even actually there because I had real life stuff going on, but I partook in it, and that was honestly on me. I was being stupid.
Mhm.
But it didn't help that Peaches one was like in voice chats with us for 20 hours and longer because she was literally threatening to kill herself if one of us left.
Oh my
Um,
god. Oh
yeah,
my
she basically held us
god.
hostage. That's the nicest way I can put it. So that doesn't excuse us, obviously. Like, I want to make it
Mhm.
clear that it was still my choice to stay. I still partook in the discussion. I still didn't do my research or contact Lio about it,
Mhm.
but it didn't help. Like, that's the point.
Right,
It didn't
right.
help.
Yeah.
So the fateful day runs around where Lumi, K Cosmic, and Peaches are putting their documents into Senate. They demod every moderator that's there, including Lio's mobile alt, so he couldn't do anything.
Oh
And
my god.
everything just goes up in flames. That's the short of it. And I decided to stick around because I started getting a bad feeling. I started getting a bad vibe. I was like, is this actually all true? Because it doesn't feel like it is.
Mhm.
So I ended up reconnecting with Lio, and lo and behold, I find out that Peaches was in fact a lying bitch and was actually the abuser in this case,
Mm-hmm.
who had been torturing Layo in the very similar vein to us. And so
Jeez.
Peaches just disappears, Lumi just disappears, K Cosmic just disappears,
Mm-hmm.
and that leaves me. So a lot of people were honing in on me and my actions and my me partaking in everything, which led to, I think, the coverage that most people know me under, which is from Cope and Seeth, from Beckett,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
who made multiple really long streams on me, on my actions, on cults that were had with me, and accidentally exposed my face. But it's okay, Beckett. I forgive you. You're cool now.
Shame on you, Beckett. Damn you. What the hell, Beckett? Jeez. Kidding. I
But
don't.
like,
No,
it was really
we
like
like Beckett here. We like Beckett. No
like at the
kidding.
time I was really really bitter at him, obviously, but now I kind of laugh about it, especially because he keeps like glazing me every stream. He's like,
That's funny.
just be like Hidden, just take your L and be better. I'm like, thank you, Beckett.
Exactly. Oh, you almost said it in
Appreciate
the
it.
British accent too.
It's really
I
great. I was
totally
just like,
heard
wow.
that. Just take your L and move on. I could totally hear him say that. That's too funny. Well, and no, that's obviously, again, like I mentioned, with everything that was going on last year, everyone was coming in hot to a degree that was
Yeah.
covering this, and I'm sure Beckett was probably one of them. Kristen Ark was also one of them, I'm sure. And there was a bunch of different other creators. Leia something, she was covering a lot of
Yeah.
different stuff too at the
Mm-hmm.
time. So everyone was coming in hot just because of everything that was being talked about and everything that was being revealed and all this other shit. Like I've been in commentary now for it'll be 3 years give or take here in about a
Yeah.
month or two. I don't think, and again, this is just me and my personal opinion, but in my personal opinion, the ACC drama that happened last year was probably the most craziest time, I think, in commentary for me. I'm sure that there's been others, right?
Yeah, no,
That,
but that was insane.
yeah,
Like
that was
last year
insane.
was insane.
Yeah.
It's crazy too because I was literally like this. I'm not even lying when I say it was the worst time of my life, because I was literally in between multiple like calls. I was getting yelled at by like multiple different people. I basically, along with a few others, had to carry the weight of what Peaches and what Lumi left behind,
Hmm.
because I was the only person who would talk to Lio. So while I was one of the people who could give him information, I was also one of the people that he directed his anger at, rightfully so, because I fucked up. But it was still hard.
Right.
But I ended up being like, you know what? Let me just take my L. Let me just sit back, assess my behavior, fix what I did wrong, and then, be better. And that's what I've been doing for the last year or so. And I came back stronger than ever. I've now reconnected with a lot of people who at the time had cut me off or who had like a really negative opinion of me.
Hmm.
Cough Beckett. There it is again. But yeah,
God.
no, like
Kidding.
it was it's so funny because for the longest time, out of spite, I just refused to speak to Beckett. I was like, no,
Hmm.
you suck. You're the asshole. And then somebody and then somebody pointed out to me that he had been talking about me in his streams, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, what are you saying at this point? And he was like, actually, Hidden's like really based for taking her L and being
Mm-hmm.
better. And I'm like, Twold's hair, thank you, I know. Like,
Right? Like, I already knew this. Yeah, exactly. You're late, Beckett.
I was aware, but thank you. And so I started being more active in the community again, and I've been mostly active behind the scenes. So a
Hmm.
lot of situations that you heard about, I was probably in because I
Okay.
either did
Yeah.
research or I was in calls or I did like I was touching stuff. But then at some point things happened to me, and I don't know if you know about the Dreamer situation, but perhaps the Dreamer
Yes,
72
a little bit
situation.
of it. I mean, that was that was with okay. I know some of it to a degree. There's a lot that happened with that, but I know it to I don't know all of it. So for those that may not know that entire situation, do you want to briefly sum it up?
Yeah, so TLDR, Dreamer comes into Cat's Lair, starts being really weird, makes a video on Gilded Akumu, Beckett, and Lio,
Mhm.
says some really uncomfortable shit about Vlad's kid, basically insinuating Vlad would be abusive if his kid met certain criteria, like being autistic. And then just sits in the server. I run around, find that video, I take issue with the video, I express my issue with the video. I have a really nice conversation with this guy where I'm like pointing out why, what he was doing is kind of unreasonable, especially if he doesn't like the attention.
Mm-hmm.
And we end on a good note. Next day, I wake up to a massive manifesto in my DMs comparing me to his abuser, letting me know what a terrible, rude person I was for having a conversation with him. And that
Oh my
leads at some
God.
point to a call between me, Lio, and him. That call is also really genuine. Like, it's 2 hours long, and I'm just sitting there, I'm like, dude, I can tell you don't know what you're doing. I can tell you're uncomfortable. I can tell you're anxious. You shouldn't do this.
Mm-hmm.
Stop it. Get some help. And things are
Stop. Get
quiet
some
for
help.
no, literally. It's like,
Sorry.
stop. Leave.
It's the first thing
It's
that popped in my head. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
But that was like the vibe. I was literally in that call being like, stop. Get some help. Like, it's just I was trying so
It's one
hard,
of my
and then he
favorites.
disappeared. He disappears for like a few months, and then comes back into a group chat that we had, and starts dumping info again, despite us telling him to fuck off, like to just leave
Mm-hmm.
us alone. And that leads to a second call that's way less nice because everybody was fed up with his shit, where he like dumps his trauma on us again, where he like essentially talks about killing himself, blah 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 blah, and that's
Mm-hmm.
what leads to people taking notice of this because Dreamer ran around showing people specific parts of the call, and there was a recorded call that people picked up and listened to and started going, "Oh, this is just like the Rosa call." I'm like, "Shut the fuck up!" Like,
Mm-hmm.
be
Yeah, that was one
quiet.
of the comparisons I heard too, and I'm like, wait, what? But I never heard
It
the
is.
call,
It
so
is so not that. It is so
yeah, I
not,
don't. Well,
like
no, 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 no. I did hear bits and pieces of it. I don't think that I've heard the whole thing, but I thought the
yeah.
same thing. I'm like, what? Why are
And
people
what people
comparing it to the Rosa call? What? Y'all
and
are
the
retarded.
part that no, the part that kills me about this is that a lot of people at the time didn't even know who Dreamer was and what led up to the call. And the problem with that is Dreamer had like two calls that were completely kind. He had one with Lio, one on one, that's 18 minutes long, that's really, really civil, where Lio is giving him genuinely good advice and just invites him to stay on the server and make friends.
Mhm.
And then he has the second call that's over 1.5 hours long with me and Lio, where we're also incredibly kind and patient, except for Lio near the end because he notices that Dreamer didn't take anything that I said too hard. And then we tell him, just live your life. Go elsewhere. Like, you don't have to be around us. You can be elsewhere.
Mhm.
And then he comes back, and that leads to everything imploding because at the time he had compared me to his abuser. He had called me and Lio, and everybody around Lio, frankly, groomer defenders and pedophile defenders. He had
Bruh.
called Lio abusive. He had
Bruh.
called Lio a groomer and had alleged that Lio was like, had groomed Hopeless Peaches. And yeah, I'm gonna be for real. Lio wasn't the nicest in the call. Did he go too far at times? Absolutely.
Mhm.
But can I blame him? No. Like,
Well,
I just
no, no, yeah, no,
so
obviously not.
and the Dreamer, like the entire thing with like bigger content creators picking the call up and talking about it was when I was like, you know what? No, I'm gonna have to talk to people about this and like actually expose what happened here because I need people to understand
Right.
why Dreamer was treated the way he was treated. So
Mhm.
I released like a 1.5 hour long video, which wasn't the greatest, mind you. I fucked up in places, but it basically highlighted the steep decline of like the perception. Now, mind you, Dreamer is still around. He's still gnawing at Lio's like ankles, wanting attention.
Oh
He's
God.
still, being silly Willy out there. But I don't care at this point because it's like if you want to do that, you can do that. Just like try and fact check yourself next time. Like
Right. Right.
if you run around calling somebody a groomer, maybe have evidence for that. Just
Right. Yeah. Just a little. Just a little. Yeah. But then
little
again, he's not. It. But sadly, he's also that term like calling somebody a pedophile or calling somebody a groomer or shit like that gets thrown around so goddamn much. It's
yeah,
so
no.
stupid, and that's why I've said this before, and I'll get your opinion on this. That when it comes to stories like that, like let's say like grooming stories or pedophilia stories or whatever it may be, it's like okay, what? is this legitly a thing, or is somebody just being an asshole and throwing this around just to be vindictive? Do you know what I mean? It's and
Yeah.
that should not be the case. That should not be
Yeah,
the
well,
case.
and in like Dreamer's case specifically, Dreamer was upset that Laya was informed about like some stuff that Courtney did, but the problem with how Laya was informed was that it wasn't the full picture and it was screenshots out of context that were already censored.
Mm-hmm.
So it was really hard to assess how reliable this was, and also Lio has other responsibilities. That guy
Right.
has a life.
Yeah.
Like it is very like early onset dementia is the thing. No, I'm kidding, but.
Damn. Lyle
Listen,
catching
he's
strays.
old. It's
Jesus.
okay. But no, but like it's
You
so
need to come
silly.
back. You are like yeah, you fit right in. Yep. We're buddies now. That's
What
official.
can I say?
It's official. I'm calling it right here, right now. We're friends. Okay. Anyway, continue.
No, it's so silly because based on like that single interaction, fucking. First of all, you call Courtney a predator and a groomer, which I've seen the evidence he's talking about. That does not constitute as that. Do not call it that. Like, this is at most inappropriate behavior. Now, have I changed my opinion since based on what I've seen? Yes, but that's an issue for another time.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
But like, we have to go off like the evidence that they've seen at the time, and like he then goes out of his way to just be like, oh, you're a groomer defender, you're a pedophile defender, everybody associated with you defends this. I'm like, first of all, I wasn't even aware this existed, so shut up. Second of all, nobody's defending it. Like, not taking action is not defending it. At most, it's being complicit. So, I wanted to strangle him just a little bit because like if you say shit like this, you need to say it with proof. You need to be like, okay, this person knew, this person didn't do anything, or this person went like just look at the Doodle Tone situation with Horace, where it's like Doodles knew they knew what Horace was doing, and they invited Horace back and defended him. That's actually defending a predator. Like that's what that constitutes as. So
yeah, I agree. Or Jar defending Cinny. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, no, literally. If it was something like that, first of all, I wouldn't be friends with Lio anymore. But second of all, I would understand why he was making that claim. But that was not what that was. So I'm like, shut your mouth. Like, don't touch serious subjects if you're just going to weaponize him.
Exactly.
Which, by the way,
yes.
Is exactly what he did, by the way. He made a Courtney video, and like a good fourth of that video is dedicated to me and Lio over, I don't know, Courtney. Like,
oh my god! Okay. Do you know who Vincent Martin is by any chance?
Yes.
Fucking hell. He did the same thing with his last video about fucking Beckett. Did you see that by any chance? Oh my god, that was so bad.
Awful.
So
awful
bad.
Video.
Literally started off by saying Beckett evil, went into all this other random ass bullshit, and ended with Beckett evil. Like, what?
Beckett's always evil. Beckett is the evilest. He's ginger, British, and a commentary bro. Like, hello.
You know what's funny? So, I've been thankful enough to have Beckett on. I've had him on. I think he's been here a couple different times, but the one time that I had him on for an interview, I had seen his face because he was on camera. And I'm like, oh my god, you look just like Ed Sheeran. He's like, shut up.
This is my favorite joke about him. He's just Ed Sheeran.
I'm like, I'm sorry, you do. And yeah. But
Ed Sheeran if he wasn't commentary, bro.
Yeah, exactly. But no, Beckett's great. But yeah, that I found that he's like, shut up. And I'm like
but I'm correct, Beckett.
Great.
Like,
yeah,
don't silence the truth.
Yeah, well, that was also when, and again, he's not any different than what he is now, at least to me. But this was when he was still on Twitch, and he was doing like the more Twitch poll kind of stuff and all of that. But I had to call it out like it was. So yeah, it was so funny. But how long? So you mentioned being with Lio and everything, and I was going to circle back to that for just a brief minute because I was just curious. How long have you known Lio? About the same amount of time that you've been making content and all of that, or did he, did he inspire you to make content, or is he just somebody that you know?
So now I'm actually curious because I've been around Senate for a while and then ignored that server for a really, really long time, and then eventually came back to it and became more active, and that's kind of when everything started happening. So
Mhm.
now I have to like legally find out when I joined Senate, which I can because I'm so cool and so poggers. So let me see. So I first joined in April of 2023. And that's also when I became active. So I was around since April
Okay,
2023.
gotcha.
And I think I really got to know Laya when Lumi wanted to make me mod, which I think is really funny. Because the way that that happened is that Lumi decided they didn't want to adult anymore. And they were like, hey, can we make Hidden a mod so I don't have to do that anymore? And I'm like, sure. And I got modded. So it was then when I actually started to get to know Lio. And mind you, I was terrified of the man at the time because I didn't know him. And I was like, who are you? Help. I'm scared. Um but that was in 2024, I want to say.
Mhm.
And then ever since, like, we obviously had that rough patch, duh. And then we have now remained friends ever since because, what brings you together if not trauma?
Very true. Very true. Sad but true. No, and also I can also but you mentioned this before about being afraid of Lio. Listen. Again, with everything I can understand to a degree, and I think that I've even said this to him, that I can understand how people felt that way. I can, because I can see how gruff he was at the time, how he was just very, what's the best way to put this without sounding mean? Um, he would get very, very angry very quickly. I'll say that. I'll say that. I'll say it
Yeah.
like that. Or it seemed that way anyway. I don't know. But to me, now talking with him and stuff like that, I'm like, okay, I understand to a degree why people were kind of intimidated by you, but now I'm just like, okay, you do not scare me. But then again,
You're
he
just a
never scared
guy.
me. Yeah, it's not hard. It's very difficult for me to be scared, quote unquote, by somebody, especially online. So, but I can understand to a degree how people would be a little put off by him because again because of his gruffness and stuff like that that was going
Yeah.
on, and how he can be very blunt. But I'm sorry, you how when the man sends you a video of him going ninja every 2 seconds, how can you how can you be afraid of this man? Like seriously. Do you
No,
know what
for
I'm talking
real.
about? Do you have any idea what I'm
Yep.
talking about? Oh,
Hmm.
ma'am. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can find it. He.
So for me,
Go ahead.
he's
Go
so
ahead.
goofy. No, I was about to say, like, for me, so I first of all I found out that I became a mod in February of 2024. So that's since I like how I you know, that's since I've known him. But the way that I stopped being afraid of him is I was hanging out with him and Lumi and Peaches one day and I saw him struggle with Clip Studio Paint and I was like, yeah, no. You know what? If Clip Studio Paint can beat this man, I'm not scared no more.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but yeah, I don't. But but for me, I wasn't. I'll say this: that I was intimidated by him. I'll say that because again, just because of just everything that was going on last year, though too. So that was also a part of it. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, it's just. Oh, hold on. Let me see if I can get it here. Oh, it's downloading. Okay. Oh, hidden. He is such a dork. I swear.
He
You're.
is.
Yeah,
He's
you're gonna
so
see it here in just a
goofy.
minute. Once this is done downloading. Okay. So he literally sends this to me as I was getting ready to stream, okay? Or
Oh my god.
he was in chat and he's like, you have to watch this. You have to react to it. I'm like, what are you doing? So
What
he
is all
sent
this?
it to me, and all it says is all I see in the caption is what you see here, right? Is
Oh no, yeah.
bathe in my milk ninja. Okay? That's all I see. And I'm like, oh my god, what is this? What are you doing to me? So then I proceed to watch it. So chat, we're gonna watch this together. Hit and be ready. Get ready.
I'm terrified.
This is something else entirely. So hold on, give me one.
I interrupt this program for a very special.
Oops.
Did you ever wish you were like me? A powerful ninja? Fool! You could never be like me. You are much too weak. But you could get close.
Thoughts?
Good.
I know we're only like 15 seconds in, but still.
This is so Lio coded, I swear to God.
Oh, right? Yeah. Oh, so, okay. Oh, it gets better. Hold on.
How? With today's sponsor, bathinmymilk.com. After a hard day of slaying my pathetic enemies, there is nothing better than enjoying a luxurious soak to regain my full ninja might. As you can see, I am enjoying such a revitalizing experience. This company, which I'm sure Cobra will soon take over, offers the following types of milk: whole, skim, goat, oat, and even dolphin milk. Yes, ninja in training, for they are also mammals. However, if you wish to be a powerful ninja, second only to me, you must bathe in
The ninja part
I cannot. I swear to God.
The
Lio, if I
ninja
catch
part.
you, if I catch you.
The ninja part kills me. It's just, bro.
low cow milk, as it is taken directly from their udders, specifically this week low cow. What is that? You haven't seen me in this tub the whole time? Of course not, fool, for I am ninja. You will not see me until I allow you to, and then it will be too late. 4 out of 5 ninja agree that Bathe in My Milk's product is the path to greatness. Why not the 5th ninja, you ask? Was he slain for the dishonor of disagreeing with me? No, Gaijin, he was killed during a mission by a samurai. For no ninja would dare disagree with me. Simply go to bathinmymilk.com and email the site owner with an order. Use code NINJA to pay an extra 50% for your order. What, you wanted a discount code? Fool, a true ninja lives for adversity. bathinmymilk.com. Buy it, or my blades will be the last thing.
Oh my God.
Yep.
I don't know what I expected, but somehow this is exactly what I expected.
Right? Yeah, because I see that, and I'm like, I just see that title, and I'm like, oh my God, I should have fucking known. And as soon as I started playing it, I was like, oh my God, dude, what are you doing? And yeah. So since then, I've had my opinion of him as far as him being scary has changed quite a bit.
Yeah, no. Like I think my personal, like, apart from the Clip Studio stuff, was when he he literally was in, like, I think it was Senate, where he dipped a croissant into gravy, and he went out of his way, because I told him, what the fuck are you doing? He went out of his way to get gravy from KFC just to record a video of him dipping it in so he could send it to me. And I was like, I hate you. I hate you.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Lio, I swear. Oh, this man, he's something else.
He's
I
so
swear.
scary. He's so evil.
Yeah, he's so scary. Yeah, but no, again, like it's to me, like with him, yeah, that does check out. I agree. That 100% checks out. So, oh God, Fishy, what are you doing, Fishy? I will look at that later. Not right now.
Oh my God.
We'll get to that in a minute. Anyway, so you mentioned that you had been making how long have you been making content now? For like the last 2-3 years?
At most, like a year, I would say, because I originally started making like animatics and animation memes, and then I wiped my channel and I was like, I'm gonna make commentary content. That was my first mistake. Don't do what I do, kids. So I think back in September of 2024 was when I released the Beanskays video to very critical acclaim, given the like sphere at the time in terms of my opinion. Ironically, people are now like, Hidden, you had a point. I'm like, I know. This is why we listen to me. Listen. I know the worst person you know just made a great point, but you need to listen to me. Like,
right, like, okay, I know some things.
It's
Right?
like, you need to listen to me. I swear I make good points. But yeah, that was when I released that video, and then a lot of drama happened in between because an old friend group was like falling apart, so I just disappeared
Mm.
for like a solid year, like almost. And then I eventually came back with like funny little videos like speed paints and model kit videos or whatever. And then Dreamer happened, and 2 months ago was when I actually fully came back to making content,
Mm.
and people actually like me doing content. So I was like, well, shit. Guess I'm gonna keep going.
Well,
So
yeah, exactly. Well, no, hey, no, that. Well, I would say just do it anyway, but I get it. I understand. Yeah, I would, but no, absolutely. I kind of had that same thing happen with me a little bit. Um, I first came into commentary. Oh gosh, yeah, like I said, about 3 years ago now. But I didn't start making content until 2023. I was promoted to do so. But no, I that's when I started making content was around that time
yeah,
frame. And when I started up my channel was in May of 2023. And I question myself every day about that. Like what did I get myself into? Like this is insane. What would you Okay, so let me ask you a question. Before we will get into the KP stuff, I promise. We're going to get into all of that. But we want to get to know Hidden first, chat. That's what we're here for. So, if you had to pick, what would you say in the short amount of time that you've been making content and covering commentary subjects? What would you say is the craziest one that you've seen or that you've covered? I have a
oh,
few.
I must, like, if I have to really think about it, I think Dreamer was literally insane, mostly because it turned from such a nothing burger to like such a huge thing for no reason whatsoever. It didn't need to be. But when I think of like bigger commentary stuff, absolutely the stuff with like KP and Courtney, because the rabbit hole with these two women, I
Mm-hmm.
swear to God, like you will not get through the rabbit hole that is these two people within like a 2 hour like stream or something. It's the amount of shit that I found out, that I've known about, that I've been told. I'm just sitting here like, wow, okay, like,
Mm-hmm.
good lord,
Mm-hmm.
good lord.
Yeah, I bet I can. So, how long, if you can, without giving away too much, how long have they known each other now? They've known each other for a while, right?
Yeah, so what I could glance from a very brief research is that they've known each other before Courtney released her Black Griffin video, and they've actually known each other even longer because they met each other during the Poppy and Xena era of Courtney's life, which is back in 2023, where I'm not gonna get into Poppy and Xena. That's a rabbit hole for another time. These people are insane,
Mm-hmm.
but originally they met during that era because I think KP was one of the people who got Courtney in contact with Poppy and Xena, and Poppy and Xena were the people breaking Courtney's story with her.
Mm-hmm.
So they've known each other since then. But I don't know what happened between 2023 and now. I don't know if they were in contact and hanging out. I know Courtney was in KP's server for a while before she eventually got removed. But then Courtney made the Black Griffin video, and KP was helping with that because KP talked about like giving information to Courtney, and then obviously Courtney was like on KP's video about the Saberspark stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So they must know each other somewhat intimately because you don't put anyone on your like video. You just don't pick a random person being like, you go on my video. Here you
Right,
go.
right. Yeah,
Enjoy.
yeah, I would think. But from the sound, oh, Poppy and Xena. Oh my god, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh.
I forgot about that too until I was told, where I was like, oh my god, oh my god, KP and Courtney have known each other since like the Poppy and Xena era. Like,
Wow.
my god.
Well, I know of the Poppy and Xena a little bit to a certain degree
Hi,
because of
Lio.
Stardust. Stardust is hi Lio. You just missed it. You were catching all the strays. Anyway,
Yeah.
no, I showed Hidden your ninja video that you sent me a couple weeks ago, you dork. Um anyway, but it's no, I remember Stardust covering that. Covering of
Yeah.
Poppy and Xena stuff. I watched a little bit of it. I have to go back and refresh and watch it again. But yes, bathe in your milk. Yes. I'd have to go back and watch it again. I don't know if I want to. Maybe do a retrospective. I don't know. I don't know. I'm scared.
It's so insane, but like I wasn't aware of like them knowing each other for that long until I started doing research where I was like, oh, well, I'll be damned. Like,
Hmm. Yeah. Well, and isn't that funny how you just find things out like that? It's just like, oh my god,
yeah,
this
no,
changes my entire perspective.
it was insane. Like just the amount of things that like I've been discovering while doing stuff. Like not just about Courtney, but also just about like the way KP is just maliciously lying about everything. It's like,
Hmm.
wow, you suck ass. Like
Hundred
that's
percent, 100%. Yeah, no. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the KP stuff here, shall we? Let's go ahead and jump
yeah.
into it. Here we go. Here we go, chat. The main event. So I know that Nerdy had kind of asked you this yesterday about how you got in touch with KP, but I
Yeah.
have so. For those that kind of that hasn't or that haven't watched that yet, and for those that are going to watch this later in Vodland, how how did you get connected with KP, and for how long did you know of her before you talked to her, and how did all that come about?
So I was actually one of her defenders at first. So when the video came out and I saw people giving really harsh reactions, I was like, why are we being so mean? Like,
Hmm.
I understand it's a shitty video, but like, shitty videos get made all the time. That doesn't mean we have to like kill her or crucify her, and
Yeah,
that's weird. Don't do
that's
that.
fair. That's fair.
Like, but at the time I was also unaware of literally everything going on, so that was silly. But apparently she had been venting and a friend of mine had been talking to her, which wasn't Lio, by the way. She'll claim it's Lio. It's not. Um
Yes,
so
yes, that call, girl.
mhm.
The call
Like
that they had together. Oh my god. We'll talk
it made
about
me
that too.
visceral.
We'll get into
Yeah.
that too.
But yeah, no, like a friend of mine was talking to her and was like, "Hey, if you need somebody who's level-headed and somebody who could possibly assist you with like drafting a response, you should reach out to Hidden." So that's exactly what she did. She sent me a friend request, and that was on the 1st of May of 2025. And we started talking very briefly, and we never mentioned like managed to like connect for a call at all because I work and like she, time zones exist. So eventually we just lost each other for a while, and then oh,
Oh,
I'm
oh,
Starbird.
hold
confused.
on.
Like,
We
when
got a
I'm
question
going
for you.
on
Thank you,
Google,
Starbird.
I have to go back
Thank
to
you.
Google
Oh,
to
we
Google the
appreciate you so
Google.
much. How many
Because, like,
days
how am I
left before
supposed to get to
KP has
Google's
responded to
homepage?
kind of claim
Starbird
Hidden?
super
It's like
chatted
10 days. Let me check.
$4.99.
Last I remembered it
How
was
many days left
I think
before
it's
KP
5
has
days by now.
response to your
She has like another
counterclaim,
week,
Hidden?
if I
Yeah,
It is
remember
that's what
like
I had
10
correctly.
thought
days.
too. That was. Thank you, Starbird, for the 4.99. I appreciate it. Two things. One, I don't know if you heard my dono go sound or not. Um, it's Fauci.
Oh
Um,
no.
not
Very
not
nice.
not knowing how to use Google.
That is very Falgi coded. I mean, he is Italian. Basic intelligence will escape him, but it's
Yeah,
okay.
of him not knowing how to use Google. And two, that was going to be my other question because we were kind of when we were covering the Lio call on Saturday, I was gonna ask
Yeah,
like how many. I didn't know how much longer she had until she could respond. I thought it was like at least another couple of days, but I wasn't sure. So she has
yeah.
until, is it the end of the
Friday.
week? She has
Yeah,
until
I
Friday.
want to
That's what I
say
thought.
Friday. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm just sitting here and I'm waiting. I literally told her I was like, Sumi, try it. See if an international like court case will do you well.
Right.
I can wait. I have the time. But yeah, no, like she's so she's so silly. She's so goofy. But yeah, in to go back to how long I've known her,
Hmm.
back in September, near the end of September, I actually reached out to her again because I had asked some questions in our server regarding Courtney and some claims that were made about Courtney, and I've noticed I missed a message of hers. So I was like, huh, what's this about? So I texted her back and I was like, hey, sorry I didn't see this. Can I like help you with anything?
Hmm.
And so we got talking again, and this time we actually managed to like get up like into a call, and this is the call that I ended up releasing. The reason for that is that I showed this call to a few of my trusted friends because I was like, just so you know, this occurred. And a lot of them pointed out to me that KP was being really disingenuous in the call. And I was like, oh, well, unfortunate. Like,
Hmm.
just whoops, I just got played. And a part of the reason why that pissed me off so much was because I was one of the people who was extending a hand in kindness. Like, I was
Yes.
giving her an olive branch.
Hmm.
I was trying to actually be helpful, right? So I was
Yeah.
like, I just
So,
want to be a good person, but no.
well, real quick to back up just a little bit because you kind of cut out on me a little bit there.
Oh
So,
no.
no, you're fine. I didn't want to be rude and interrupt you.
Yeah.
So go back just a little bit. So you guys, so she had reached out to you, if I remember
Yeah.
you, about the response that she was gonna make. Is that the recent one that she made, obviously?
Yeah,
Or
so she
okay,
wanted help on the Let's Talk video, but we never managed to connect, so I couldn't help her on that one. So
okay, okay.
yeah, when we reconnected, she was like, "Hey, are you still up for helping?" And I was like, "Sure, why not?
Hmm.
I can help." So
Oh, okay. And that's when later.
yeah,
How did you find out that she was being disingenuous? I caught that much, but the rest I didn't. I'm sorry. My headphones
so
suck. I'm sorry.
don't worry, don't worry. I was showing the call to some of my friends, because I was being like, just for transparency's sake, this occurred, and they were pointing out to me, she like, oh, she's kind of lying in places. And in
Mm,
other places, she's being really disingenuous to you, and she's trying to
gotcha.
frame something in a way that wasn't true.
Of
And I'm
course
like,
she
oh.
was. Of course she
I was like,
was.
oh, hmm,
Okay,
I
so
don't
I
like
got
that.
yeah. Now I get now I hear you. Yes. Okay. Now I'm yeah. And now that's starting. I figured that was the case, but again, stupid ass headphones. I'm getting new ones tomorrow. I swear. But anyway, but no, that does make sense. But oh,
Ragira
Raj, thank you
became
for
a
being a
member.
member for 8 months. I
Ragira
appreciate it.
celebrates
Thank you.
8
Thank you.
months
Oh,
of membership.
Thank you.
very
Thank
nice, very
you.
demure.
You're close to getting monetized here too. Yourself there too, ma'am. You're like what
Yeah,
110
I
away, I
wish.
think.
Yeah, I'm currently at 390, which shout
Let's
out to you guys for
go.
that. Appreciate you people. But yeah, if I make 500, I can at least get super chats and fan funding. So that's
Yes.
exciting.
Yes. 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 Well, it's yeah, YouTube changed that I think like a year or two ago now. I don't know how long it's been. It's been a minute. That they've implemented that change, and let me tell you, it's been very nice.
No.
It's been yeah,
Okay.
it's been very very nice. But I think for newer accounts, I think that is still or I don't know. I don't know how that works actually because I think that for older accounts that were like 10 years or older, I think they have to wait until you hit 1,000. I don't know. I don't know. Or if they
It's
change it
even.
across the board. I know. But I just know that once I hit 500, I was very, very happy. I know that much. So.
I never even expected to grow. It was like I started when I like started making videos again. I started at like 180, I want to say.
Mhm.
And then I released the Dreamer video and like, 200 people poured in out of nowhere, and then I released the KP stuff and another 90 came in, and I'm like, wow. Hi. So good to see
Hi,
you guys.
I'm here.
Hope you're
Yeah,
hungry
exactly.
for nothing. Like
Yeah, I'm here. Woohoo. Yeah, yeah. Well,
woo.
well, let me ask you this because I know that we kind of touched upon it a little bit earlier. We'll go back to KP in a minute, but I'm just curious. How have you been taking the attention about, you in particular about the whole KP situation? Have you been like, what the fuck is going on? Why is this happening to me? Or have you just been taking it in stride or a little bit of both?
It is hilarious to me, in all honesty, because I did not expect this to blow up. I was quite literally just pissed that I got copyright struck for no reason.
Hmm.
And then fucking YouTube was like, let me ignore all of the bigger channels and just talk to you. And I'm like, why are you picking me out of everybody here? Like, what? Hello? The 300 sub channel is the one you want to talk to? Really?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it was really funny seeing a whole lot of people flock to my posts and even bigger, like, creators like Cartoonchi retweeting me. And I was just like, oh, wow. Okay, so we're reaching places, I guess. So
Mm-hmm.
it was funny because I didn't expect it because, like, let's be honest, all I did was release a call and a Q&A. Who gives a shit? People release stuff all the time. And it accidentally, like, kickstarted a lot, and I'm like, oops, I murdered KP. Accident happened.
That's not
What?
an oops. Not in my opinion, it's not. But it's just like, it's very interesting. And I've noticed this too. Sub count to me doesn't really matter. Okay, I could care less. You could have 50 subs, okay, and it's like, good for you. That's awesome. Good, do you?
Yeah.
It does that to me. That doesn't really have anything to do with it as far as like people talking to you. But I can understand how it does seem a bit strange that she's been talking to smaller sub people, right, to a degree, and and then going back and then just like copyright striking you. And it's just, it's insane.
Yeah.
It's insane. And going to
It gets
Beckett and going to
personal.
Fauci and all of that. So let me ask you this: were you the first one to get stricken, or was that Beckett?
So the first one was Beckett, the second one was Felgi, and then I was the third one.
Okay,
So
so
she struck
okay,
me last.
okay. Well, Internet Adjacent got hit too, didn't they? Or did they just
Yeah,
get a
I
privacy
heard.
strike?
Yeah, no, they got hit as well. I didn't know about that at first because I was literally like the irony of me looking at tweets about like Beckett and Falgi being copyright struck, and then out of curiosity checking my Gmail account and seeing I was struck too, and I was like, oh, well, I'll be damned. Like,
Well, it's just, because I can only imagine, like, again, some creators could be scared shitless about, things like that, right? And some of them are valid about getting like a copyright strike or something because another creator's being an asshole or whatever the situation may be, right? I've
yeah,
noticed though, and again, I know that this is not a majority of it, but this is just what I've noticed, is that, or what I've interacted with anyway, a lot of the copyright striking as far as like creators go usually happens when they're trying to silence someone.
yeah, and
Nine
that's
times
like
out of
quite
10,
the
that's what I've
truth.
seen, which is ridiculous because listen, I said this the other night, and I don't know if you'll agree with me or not, but welcome to commentary, KP. Commentary knows
Yeah,
about your
no,
ass now, ma'am. Guess what?
yeah. It reached so far. Like I saw Nicholas Diorio like even pick this up and be like,
Hmm.
wait, if I cover this, she's gonna copyright strike me. So I was like, wow,
Yeah.
KP, is this the attention you wanted? Like, is this what
Right?
you wanted?
Yeah.
Because
Well,
you have it now.
apparently, I guess this is, I don't know, but again, that's the thing with commentary, right? You know this as well. When you silence somebody, when you attempt to try to silence somebody for them just criticizing you, like what KP is doing, and other creators have done this too, sadly. One that I can think of off the top of my head, and I know that there's several others, is I'm not sure if you know of him, Quantum TV.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Quantum TV was another big one that happened, and Andy Pants. Andy Pants was another one that did this to you. Andy Pants Gaming. I don't know if you know him or not. Oh boy, there's a whole story in and of itself. Different people like that do that to silence people. Okay, first and foremost, that doesn't work in commentary. I'm sorry, it just doesn't.
Yeah, no.
Like, no.
Like,
Now, again, like I said, I can understand how there are creators out there that don't want to touch that because the juice isn't worth the squeeze. I get it.
yeah.
They're totally valid in their assumption with that. And again, I guess it just depends on the creator. But with her, bring it the fuck on. Let's go.
Yeah. It's so silly too, because I said this I think on a stream recently where I was like, had she just stopped, right? Like had she just not released her Q&A and she'd been like, hey, you know what?
Hmm.
All of this is silly. I'm being fucking stupid. I'm so sorry for what I did. I shouldn't have done it. I'm not gonna do it again. I think people would have forgotten at some point. They would have just been like, okay, yeah, she took her L, whatever, kind of goofy. But with her, like, doing the copyright striking, now people are really mad, because it's like, it just shows you're not willing to take that L. You'd rather, like,
Right.
risk striking people, or in Beckett's case, even risk a channel termination, because after
I
3 copyright
know!
strikes, like, my god, like, hell, this poor
Five?
man.
5 strikes on him alone. Like, what?
Yeah.
What?
She struck me once, which fair enough. She only has that one thing she can strike, but like she struck him 5 separate times, and I'm like,
Wow.
girl, we've reached a point where you're risking his channel being terminated
Yeah,
for no reason
exactly.
other than spite. So perish. Like I don't know what to say here. Like just
Right.
perish.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And Was it Dark Place one of them, Fishy? I thought it was internet adjacent. Was it Dark Place
Yeah,
one
and the
of them
other
too?
she struck. I think the first one she struck is Peculiar
A
Charlie, which
click.
re-uploaded
Wookie
like
Z became a
a
member.
VOD or like
Wookie
not a
Z
VOD,
celebrates
the
12
original
months of
video.
membership.
She struck them
Emoji,
first.
1 year.
Oh,
Red
okay.
heart
Oh,
emoji.
okay. Okay.
Raised
Yeah.
fist
So it is
emoji.
5 people. Mm.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. I wasn't, again, there's been so many different people that with all of this, there's so much info that has came out over the last couple of weeks
Right.
alone that I can't keep track no more. So the strike that she gave you, was it a DMCA or was it a copyright strike?
So from what I could get, because the email is in German, Lamau, is she copyright struck me. So she said I was infringing her copyright because I had uploaded her Q&A. I can see if I can pull that back up again.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she struck the entire video. She said, yeah, it's a copyright claim. So she says
Gotcha.
it's a scheduled copyright like takedown in like 7 days, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, girly pop, is that really the route you want to take with me? Like, are you sure? Are you sure this is what you want?
Yeah, yeah, apparently. Yeah, it's what kills me though is that she went to you to have this interview with her, which I'll let you get to in a second. She talked with you, had this interview. You seem to have a great conversation, and I have questions about that too. Yeah, we'll get there. But you seem to have obviously you guys were talking, had a conversation. You guys were civil, and then she just goes into copyright. That's ridiculous. Like
Yeah,
how can you seriously do that when, and especially, and we're gonna get to that in a second with your Q&A. Some for those that don't know, your husband read off the Q&A.
yep, yep. This is, to be fair, again, this was motivated entirely by spite because I had uploaded the call, I had access to the Q&A because she gave me access to the Q&A, and I looked at my husband and I was like, if I give you this, will you read it out for me? Will we turn it into a video for the funnies? And he was like, sure, give it here. So we enlisted the help of some friends to make like sprites and everything. And then we just had like that video go up because it's so unhinged. Like I don't even know, I couldn't even defend it like once I heard it. Because it's so bad. Like
Yeah.
it's so bad.
Yeah. Well, we do have the Q&A here, don't we?
Yeah. Join
We
us in
sure
copyright
do.
hell.
So we're gonna pull that up because I was sent that by Miss Hidden. Thank you. We're gonna pull that up here in just a second, and we're gonna go through that. Now we're not gonna. I mean, so the video of your husband reading off the Q&A, has that been taken down, or is that? Do you have it archived somewhere?
So, the one I sent to you, that's like the original file we used to upload on YouTube, but given that she struck the Q&A, it's now taken down, at least currently. So,
Okay.
you,
Okay.
you have what we uploaded.
Okay.
Tragically
I gotcha.
so.
Okay. Hold on, give me 1 second. Is this it? I wonder if no, that's not it. Is this it right here? The one that I have pulled up here?
Yeah, the one in the Google Drive, that's
Okay,
it. Yeah.
gotcha. Okay, yeah, we're gonna. So, hey chat, who wants to watch this? Who wants to take a walk on the wild side and watch this again? I'll do it.
Listen, you'll get serenaded by my husband's wonderful voice. It'll be worth a chat, I promise.
Well, true. Well, I've heard bits and pieces of it, so that's why I was again. But when it got taken down and all of this other shit that you were going, I can only begin to imagine. It's insane. All of this is just crazy.
And half of it is written by ChatGPT.
Yeah, that's insane too. That's even crazy. Which, by the way, I'm sorry, it doesn't surprise me because nowadays you hear of different YouTubers like Mama Max was a big one. Mama Max was a big one who used ChatGPT for a lot of his stuff, and you're just like, oh my fucking god, like that is insane. That it's
no.
And well, Nerdy pointed out something that I think is true too to you yesterday, that YouTubers back in the day did not have to rely on ChatGPT for apologies, and they were just as bad.
Yeah, no, it's so silly too, because like I know what Julie did when we were going over the video together is skip the AI sections entirely, because it's not something KP made up. It's something that ChatGPT wrote for her, and
Mm.
therefore it's meaningless because she fed the AI like very biased information, and therefore she got a very biased answer. So it's
Right,
like
right.
it's so stupid. Like I included it obviously because like I needed people to see the fact that she was using ChatGPT to make the script. But it's like large portions of this is literally just her rephrasing what ChatGPT had said into her own words
Yeah.
as pretending that
That
she
is.
said something of note. Like
I'm
no you
sorry.
didn't, girl.
That's insane. That just it boggles my mind that people do that, or that YouTubers and other creators have done this too. That is just insane. And
Yeah, I
now
want
there's it's saying that who else did Chat GPT just recently as an apology or as a response video? I can't remember. I think I'm gonna get mixed up with KP. I could be somebody else, but that does that surprise you at all that she did this? Does that?
not at all, because I knew from the get-go from other people that apparently she didn't even write her own scripts before this. She had people write it for her. And
Mm-hmm.
she also obviously doesn't do her own editing. So I was not surprised that she in fact would not know how to write a script or an apology herself. Because like if you've never had to do it before, why would you know how to do it now? Like
Right. Well,
just
right. Yeah. If you've never, yeah, and oh god, she's just horrible. Was it Mitsuki Fesco? Okay, that's I thought so. Oh my god, that whole situation too. Girl.
I mean, my favorite about KP and ChatGPT is her literally using ChatGPT to debunk the claims that she had like a vaginal infection for 7 months
Oh my god.
publicly in her server. It was hilarious.
Wait, say that again? Wait, what?
Yep. Yep.
Wait.
So I don't know if you know these screenshots that have been going around her like having really bad hygiene or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know those, right? So what she did is she asked ChatGPT if it was possible to have like a vaginal infection for more than 7 months, and ChatGPT was like, no. No, it's not possible. And then she screenshotted that and apparently shared it in a public space of her server because we got a screenshot of it. So, yeah, that is such normal behavior. It's so normal. She's so normal. Um,
Are you
I,
fucking?
I
I didn't know this. Oh.
I just remembered it while we were talking about it because I remember like literally dying about it in Cat Slayer. It was like
Can you
you are
send
not
that
for
to me? Do
real.
you have that?
I need to find it again because now I'm curious if it's still like if it's still in here. But oh my god, I hate this woman. I hate this woman. I
Yeah,
wonder
I
if I
don't
can
blame
find
you
it
there one
again.
bit. Oh, hi, I can never pronounce your name, and I am so sorry. I'm just gonna say Jex or Gex is how you pronounce it. If you have Discord and or Twitter, if you want to DM that to me, that'd be great. While we try to get that pulled up, that'd be wonderful.
Oh my
If
god,
you're
yes, please, because I don't know if I can find it in the hours of total KP death in Cat Slayer.
True. Yeah, I don't blame you. Yeah. If you're in either the Opblocks Discord or I'm not sure what Discords that you would be a part of because I've seen you in different chats before, or maybe Krista Narks. You can find me in there and you can DM me. And
Okay,
my
please,
DMs
please.
are open, always have been. So, but yeah, I have to see this. I have to
It
see
was it
this.
was it was ridiculous because like out of everything that she could choose to address, oh, I found it. Oh my god, I found it.
Mm.
Come here,
Okay.
come here. I'll DM it to you
Yes,
immediately
please.
so you can have a teehee. Here you are.
By the way, guys,
Enjoy.
while I am pulling this up, let's give some shout outs to Hidden for coming on here tonight. Thank you again, appreciate it. And
Ow.
let's show her all the support, more support than what she's already shown. She deserves all the support with all this copyright strike fucking nonsense. And go sub to her, go show her all the loves. And for those of you who
Yes.
are willing to super chat, the current goal is up. Obviously, it's going to be up for a little bit longer. Hidden will read the super chats if you would like for her to. And yeah,
Mhm, mhm.
so yes. All
Lord
right, hold on.
heavens.
Give me 1 second. Let me get rid of all this other crap on here. I don't know
But yeah,
why.
she's so ridiculous. It's insane that she just said, "Yeah, let me just disclose that to my entire server as a treat."
Oh my god, it's so what? Why would you do that? Why?
hmm And also,
Why?
why is that the claim you focus on? Why is that what you care about? Should you not care about literally everything else more than this? Like,
Exactly. Like what? Like no, your priorities are a bit off there, my ma'am. Like what? What are you doing? Like okay, it's
just a
oh
tiny
my
bit.
god. It's so like or her telling Lio that she hasn't been taking as much weed anymore over the last couple of weeks. I
I
don't
mean,
buy that. No. No,
as a
no.
little bit of a teehee, as a little bit of a teehee, because it's not like that relevant to the Courtney situation. I found her mentioning taking weed for PTSD as far back as 2023. She talked about it in Spaces. So this is an
Wait,
ongoing
what?
pattern of behavior. Yep. So she says in those spaces that she has the PTSD from the 16-year-old who was really mean to her. Um and she's been like self-medicating with weed ever since, which either implies to me that she's never even thought about getting therapy or that she did get therapy but still self-medicated with weed to a point of pissing on a couch, which
Oh my
neither is
god.
a good option.
Yeah, no. No. No, 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 no. oh my god, that's not normal behavior. I don't even know what to say to that. I really don't. Now,
Nope.
self-medicating, I'll just say this. Self-medicating can sometimes be okay as long as you know, as long as you're careful, whatever. I've never done that before, so I can't talk. I don't know what that's like to do. I have no idea. But for those, I've heard of people self-medicating, and that's well within their right to do. That's fine. But if you feel that it's getting out of control, or if you other people are telling you that your self medication is getting a tad bit out of control, you might want to listen.
Yeah, and also like, she literally talks about like taking an edible before an important conversation with Beckett and Lio, where I'm like, I understand you're stressed, girly pop, I do.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're talking to like, Beckett and Lio about important shit that you did, maybe don't be high for that. Like, maybe don't.
Yeah.
I'd listen, not worth it. It's just not worth it. And that's kind of why people are making fun of her for the thing, because I listen, I don't care if whatever people do with weed, they can do with weed.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I'm just sitting here and I'm like, you've shown to us that you've been willing to be high for conversations that matter. And then you get upset that people laugh at you. It's like, no. You made that choice. You're here because of that choice. Own
Yeah.
up to it. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Exactly.
silly
Yeah.
goofy.
And again, those yeah, I feel the same way. Those that take gummies or smoke weed or whatever it is that they do when they're off or whatever, fine. Do you, boo boo? As long as you're responsible, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter to me. It's no skin off my nose. But if you legitimately have people in your inner circle, nonetheless, somebody that lived with her for God's sakes, telling her or saying all of these things that have been going on with her, that's not something that you make up for. No. Now I will admit
Yeah.
there has been some wild ass shit that has been made up online. Okay, we've covered it ourselves in the different commentary, topics and whatnot. I get it. There's been different stories that have came up over the last couple of years about people lying about, oh, I don't know, a baby dying,
hmm
different shit like that, just off the top of my head. And I get that, and that's because people are insane. Okay, but
Oh, absolutely.
the DMs with Riddle and what was the other person in those DMs? I can't remember their name.
I think it's Matt's, I think, was one of
Yes,
the
that
people
was
as
it.
well.
Yes, Mads. Yes, the DMs with Mads and Riddle. To me they look legit. Like
Yeah, no. Shit.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure they are too, because like Matt's is one of her former moderators. A lot of people don't know that. They actually used
Mm-hmm.
to be pretty like on good terms because he was also the person who was sending all those silly emails during the DA game situation and the Saberspark situation. That was Matt's, not Rachel, because for some reason Miss Ma'am KP over there decided, nah, I'm not gonna do that myself. I have my unemployed slaves for that. So, it's
Mm-hmm.
very
Unemployed
interesting.
slaves.
So,
You're not lying. You're not wrong, girl. Girl, the people
that's what
that
they are.
I'm sorry, but okay. I this may be a bit of a hot take. Before we get to the screenshot, we'll get to the screenshot in a second, I promise. I told you guys we could probably talk all night, okay? Just saying. You knew what you were getting yourself into. But here's my thing with that, right? And again, I'm interested in your opinion on this. I wonder what she told the people that volunteered for her and ended up not getting paid. I wonder what she told them and how
So,
they were able to fall for it or they were able to get into it. That's my question.
I have a little bit of tea on that because while
Ooh.
we were streaming on the safety report on Chris, I had somebody in my comments that was talking about what happened there. And there was a lot that came together.
Mm.
There's a lot. So, for once, people volunteered, but the amount of work that was to be expected was not accurately advertised. So, people did not know what they were getting into when they volunteered for her and how much, like, they would actually be doing
And
for
how
her.
much she hid? Oh my.
Yeah. So it was insane. And then she says that the like benefits for working for her would be exposure and experience, but she never promoted her team.
Of
So
course you didn't.
nobody even knew who was on her team. So the whole exposure bit didn't work.
Bruh.
So
I would get raked over the coals, and rightfully so, if I didn't try to promote the people that helped me out with this channel and have helped me out with this channel. I would get raked over
yeah,
the coals and then some. And again, rightfully so, because I would deserve that if I didn't
yeah,
give the
it's
proper credit when
insane.
credit is due. And trust me, I have been scolded when it comes to things that I forget to promote because again, they have every right to do it and I get it. But I don't know. I'm
She's
not
so
trying to
she's
downplay
so
what they
silly.
did or the amount of work that they did because I'm sure that they did, right? But I'm really
Yeah.
wondering like what made them want to do it besides the exposure part? And also when did they get like cued in into what was actually happening? Do you know what I mean? Like that just
Yeah.
it kind of yes, is it partially their responsibility for not looking into it further and to,
Yeah.
double check and make sure that they were actually going to get some type of monetary value for their work or whatever it was? Fine. Or if they were friends with her, right? That you brought that up
Yeah.
earlier. If they were friends with her and they were just like, yeah, we'll do it as a freebie or something, then that I can see happening. But that's not what happened.
Yeah, no,
She, it's,
the
ugh,
one of the big parts I think when it comes to her is that a lot of the people that were working for her were children. And
yes, yes.
children are a lot more susceptible to like, oh, this is a content creator I like, and a content creator I like is offering me to work with them.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, obviously I'm gonna take that opportunity if I'm like a dumb 14 or 15-year-olds. Which no shade to you 14 and 15-year-olds, but you are a little stupid.
A little
And I
bit.
say this with love.
A little
So,
bit.
I
Yeah.
say this with love, but like I can see like a 14 or 15-year-old looking at a content creator they like being like, "Oh my god, this person's looking for work. I want to work for you. I don't care how much work I do." I mean, dumb comparison, but just look at Roblox. And look at like the child labor that happens there,
Yeah.
where as long as they get to work on a game they like, they don't care if they put in like 12, 13, 14, 15 hours. So
Mm.
I think that's also part of what happened here, where people who looked up to her and had that parasocial relationship were like, oh, I want to work with this person. I really like this person. And I'm not going to fault the child for being stupid because children. I will look at people who are adults and be like, well, did you not ask? Like, I understand, like, I'm not to sound victim blamey or anything, because
Mm.
if you're hired under, like, deception, that's not your, like,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I assume that a lot of the adults at some point were like, wait a damn minute, this is too much work. But I also heard that apparently KP was really, really terrible to her staff. She had like no tolerance for delays. She had no tolerance for delays even if they were coming from medical issues. So I also see why people would be afraid of speaking up, because that is 120,000 subscriber, like, count
Mm.
YouTuber right there who could ruin your life if she chose to. So,
Jeez. It's insane to me how much how much pull she was able to be successful with, or successful I should say. It's just, that's insane to me, because a lot of people now, you can probably agree with this. Oh, excuse me. Hold on.
you got
You'll
it.
probably agree with this, I'm not sure, but would you say, is it fair to say that, like, with KP in general, that a lot of people got, this was their first exposure to her, was this story?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like so she had her big drama back in 2016, which was about her not paying her people, Lamau. That was like
Mhm.
her first big thing where people were really really angry with her. But from what I've seen, it seems to have been contained solely to the brony sphere. So it seems like, only the people who would know about the bronies and whatever the fuck was going on in there actually took notice of it, because I didn't know about it
Mhm.
not until this. But with this, I think she breached past the animation community and past the brony stuff into like wider commentary, because that's just what happens when you cover predation. Other people will take notice, and like sexual assault and stuff. And this is like, I think, the first time people looked at her and were like, oh yeah, that person exists. And then boom, like it's just everybody knows who she is, and everything's
Mhm.
fucked. So
Yep. Yep. She got exposure all right, for all the wrong reasons. All
also,
the
Yen,
wrong
fuck you.
reasons. Yeah. And Yen, you know what? You Hi. You be nice.
Hi.
Hidden's Fuji is really funny to me, because it looks like she's more interested in writing than the current convo. You know what? I don't appreciate that.
Listen, I have the other one. I have two. I have the Persephone one I'm using right now, which is her just drawing on a little drawing tablet. I have a second one, which is the mom look. I wonder if that works if I just switch it on stream.
Ooh, that'd be
Which is
funny.
which is just her staring you dead in
Oh,
the eye. There she is.
very nice. That's good. That's great. Oh, and it moves too. The eyes move.
Yep.
I love it. Oh,
She's like the disappointed mom. She just looks at you. She's like,
oh,
I don't know
like
if
me
that
on
was
a
the
regular
choice.
basis. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a mom too. I get you. Yen, hi, my dear.
Oh my god. Hi, my love. Hello.
Hi, Yen.
Oh, okay, Huck.
Shut up. You know what?
Imagine being murdered. Imagine being murdered.
Yen, you're lucky that I
Women.
love you. I'm gonna.
Women derogatory.
Do you know why Yen did that? Do you have any idea why? Please
Because
tell
she's
me you
evil
don't. Well,
and
that
British.
too. That too. But okay. Do you know about Vincent Martin moaning a particular person's name? Do you know about any of this by any chance?
No, and now I'm terrified.
Okay. Oh, god damn it. Okay, hold on. Let me get this pulled up here. And I will explain.
Oh, great heavens.
Oh, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? British Runner sent me this, or I think I have the one that British Runner sent me. Do you know British Runner by any chance?
Nope.
Oh, he's something else too.
Oh, hi, pizza. Hello. The fuck are you doing here? And I say this with love.
Oh,
Where did you come from?
welcome. Welcome in, welcome in. You are very popular, as rightfully so. Okay, so I'm getting ready to pull something up here. Now, there's a bit of context.
Mm-hmm.
Vincent was live streaming about the jar stuff in response to the horrible ass jar video that he made. And he was live streaming and reacting to a video that he had made in response to the people criticizing him about the jar stuff. He was basically talking and reacting to himself. Okay?
Oh, wow.
Can't make that up.
Can't make that up.
So he had been like making weird ass noises throughout the stream. Like he was legitimately like like every so often. And what killed me, what sent me over the fucking edge and had me dying, Falgi happened to be in that chat, and he legitimately asked him, "Are you masturbating?"
God.
It was too fucking funny. So, because he was literally like every so often he was like, making these cringy ass noises. So then, didn't pay attention to any of that, when we, criticized him for his stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
I happened to be doing a stream reacting to the Falgi and Vincent interaction with Dew of the Mountain. I don't know if you know her. She's she's our other lovely German too. We miss her terribly. But I was reacting to that stream with her, or to the call with her. And as we were listening to it, Vincent's stream, I literally hear KHuck.
Oh,
And I go,
no.
what? And
No.
sure enough, this happened.
Okay.
Any-
Terrified now.
Did you hear that by any chance?
Nope.
Okay,
I'm
hold on.
glad for it.
Hold on. Oh, wait, hold on.
No.
Okay, you ready? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Any-
Ma'am. Yeah. It took Dew and I to hear this, and I literally almost threw up on stream. It was so fucking gross. Blah. It literally, thank you. That was my reaction. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And sure enough, we heard it back, because again, I had to rehear it, and I'm like, oh my god. Now, to be fair to him a little bit, I don't think that he knew what he was saying. I don't think that he knew. Okay? Whether that's an excuse or not, I don't know. But I don't think that he legitimately meant to do it. Again, I don't know that. I don't know. Or why he even said it to begin with. But he's dodging any questions that he gets asked about that. He has yet to answer for any of that.
Man derogatory. Like,
Yeah. Yes, Zephyrus. That's the guy. Yes. This is the dude that moaned your name while helping himself I've been hearing about. Yes. Yes, Zephyrus. That's it. Yeah.
Not in this household.
So guess what? Now I have it as a $50 dono sound now.
Oh my god.
Yep. Listen. If I'm going to get the heebie-jeebies anytime that I have to listen to that, I'm going to get paid for it, damn it.
Wait, I'm confused. Like, when I'm going on Google,
Thank you.
to Google the Google. Because, like, how...
I hate your chat. I hate your chat. Bird mode better just saying, Victor. Shut up. You banned. I'm banning you from the chat.
Bird did not do it better. No.
Oh.
No. Do you know
Banning you.
Do you know my buddy Burn the World by any chance?
No, and now I'm even more scared.
Okay. Yeah, he's a good friend of mine. He's been on here several different times. He's a co-host of mine on the Zeldacast that we have. And when he first heard about this, he imitated it. And yeah, would you like to hear this? It's on my soundboard. Hold on.
Oh no.
Hold on.
Oh, KHuck.
Oh my god.
Yep. Yep.
Oh.
Yep. So it's a meme that I will never ever forget. So yeah, that's been ingrained in my brain now for quite some time. Which
I hate
yeah, I know. I hate every minute of it too.
I'm regrets right now. I'm regretting this.
Hell, even Falgi does that shit to me, and he literally did it to me one night when I raided into him because I'm contractually obligated to stream into him when he goes live. I'm kidding. But I streamed into him one night, and he's like, "Hey KHuck, I got something for you," and he plays the clip. I'm like, "I fucking hate you. I hate you."
Italians, I swear. Immediate zero.
Like, I hate you. Quit. But yeah. So anyway, oh god, we went off on a side tangent. Yes, thank you, Yen. Thank you for making us get all distracted and for going off on a side tangent. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Yen derogatory. I mean, affectionately. I love you so much. Bye.
Oh,
oh
there
my
she
god.
is. Yes, Yen. How may we help you?
I'm just letting her to let you know this pizza's really good. Got Texan
Aw.
Bob.
Good for you, girly pop. Good for you. Stuff your
Um,
face because you won't get stuffed anytime soon.
Really nice, actually.
It's okay, girly. I love you. You're fire.
Listen, it's not my fault that you can't reach the top of the shelf. Sorry, I mean your husband. Bye.
Yeah, that's what I get for having a 6'7" husband, huh?
Oh, really?
I call him my Petri. He's my Petri. I love him very much.
Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, that's adorable. Well, how tall are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 5'4".
Okay. Don't feel bad. I'm
Yeah.
5'3". I'm 5'2". I'm 5'2", 5'3". Yep.
I'm average woman sized, and
Yeah.
when I stand next to him, my head goes up to his shoulders. It's very funny.
Oh, that's sweet. When did you guys get married?
So we got married on the 15th of June this year, at least in the US. And on the 13th of September, we had like a second celebration in Germany. And then actually married, like on paper married, was last year on the 18th of July.
Oh,
We had 3
that's
separate
sweet.
marriages.
Oh, that's sweet. Oh, so is he from the States? Do you both live in Germany now, right?
No, so he's still in the States, and I plan to move over once the US starts like not being a piece of shit and letting me in.
Fair.
It's
Fair.
I'm still based in Germany at the moment, at least, but we're trying our damn darndest to get me over.
Gotcha. Oh, so he's okay, because I wasn't sure exactly. And again, we don't have to go into any other detail that you're not comfortable with. I totally get it. It's not like my husband, who is now a part of this damn channel and everybody knows who he is. It's not like that. No, not at all. But no, that's so good. That's so sweet.
No, he's a sweetheart. He's like my editor. So he is somewhat involved in this, and sometimes I make him breed lions. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, we have my husband, Mr. Huck. I don't know what all you know of my channel and stuff, but yeah, he's a side character for here. Yeah, he's co-owner. Everybody loves him.
oh,
He even has his own emote, which I'm getting ready to put in the chat right now. There you go.
meow.
Yep.
Oh, that is so cute.
Yep. Yes, he is a side character. He will even tell you that himself, Yen. Shush. sometimes even sometimes Mr. Huck gets more love than me. I'm just see.
Tragically, actually, you are the NPC. He is the main character.
That's true. Okay, sad but true. Yes, he is the co-star. Yes, I told him that before, but he's like, "No, I'm a side character." I'm like, "No, you're not." Chat will riot if you say that you're a side character.
Chat will
And I
fight
was
for
right.
your honor.
And I was right. See? But no, oh god damn, we could go on for all night. I already know it. Okay, let's pull up this screenshot here, shall we? So, when did she post this?
So this was, let me see if I can find it again, because I was being petty when I reposted it, because I think I originally got it from Felgi server, I want to say, if I'm perhaps correct. So she posted this at the start of October, so 8th of October, I can see. So, yeah, she just straight up went, "Here, look at me. I don't have coochie mushrooms, I swear."
Excuse me,
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
know.
throw up now. both incorrect and also not medically possible what the claims are. Bro.
Yeah, so the claim was that she had the infection for 7 months on end, and they had to get antibiotics for that. Now, I will say, having 7 months on end of an infection, I could probably believe being medically impossible, but a recurring infection would in fact not be impossible, especially given antibiotics. But
Yeah.
so but again, why is this her focus? Why is she more focused on just proving that she has coochie cancer over, it's very silly. It's very silly.
Hidden.
Also,
I literally just took a drink of my water and I about spit it out and about came out of my nose as soon as she said
oops. I will use this time of you dying to answer the question in chat, which Ivy just asked. Any tips for getting papers for my fiance? She wants to do it via work, and I don't know if it's better that way or if we apply for a visa. So, the way we do it is we are actually like applying for a spousal visa, so I can get my spousal green card, but that only works if you guys are married. If you guys are not married, then that might be a whole lot harder. So it's really complicated for some reason. Like, they really hate getting people over. So for us, it only worked because we're married, and we put in the application of like, this is me, this is my husband, this is where I've worked the last 5 years. Please let me in. I swear to God, I'll be a good people. I'll be good. Just let me in. But it's probably like, we were told not to marry first. Lol. Okay, that's silly. I mean, I guess that makes sense because they've become stricter about the whole being married. At least they'll look at your marriage a lot more critical. But it's complicated. Like, they make it so needlessly complicated too, and expensive, but mostly needlessly complicated. Like, for us, we got married online, which, by the way, don't do that because they're gonna look at it critical, but it's fine. But they're gonna ask proof of you consummating the marriage anyway. They're gonna ask for pictures. Yeah, they literally ask you for proof that your marriage has been consummated. I'm like, do you want the sex tape? Like, how does this work?
Wait. Excuse me, what?
Yeah. When we were filling out, I can talk about this because I think it's really educational, but they literally most of it is really normal, like who's your husband, where does he live, who are his parents, blah 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 blah, and then they ask you a bunch of questions about who you are, where you've been working the last 5 years, who your parents are, and then they're in the middle of it, they're like, okay, so smiley face, we now need proof that you actually consummated your marriage. I'm like, sex tape ? And I had to look this up because I was like, what do you guys want from me at this point?
Yeah, exactly.
What
and they would kind of a thing is that to ask for? What?
Yeah. And they would pictures. They would pictures of you together, or proof of plane tickets that you saw each other, or even shared bank accounts or whatever. And I'm just like, I mean, I have all that, but it's weird that you're asking me for it.
Yeah, exactly. That's a bit invasive, just a little.
It's a little strange. It's
yeah,
just
exactly.
What the fuck?
So this is getting an American. Oh my god, I can't even imagine. So getting an American visa, this is what you have to do. Oh my fucking.
Yeah,
god.
and then the worst
ridiculous.
part about it is your green card will be conditional for the first 2 years of your marriage. So if for us, for example, my green card would be conditional until the 18th of July in 2026, because they're like, oh, if you break up in the first 2 years of your marriage, we're gonna immediately send you back to where you came from.
Oh my god.
Because you have no right to be here anymore. And it's like, what? Not even if I work, you will just send me back? Really?
Bruh.
Goddamn.
Bruh. That's savage. I'm starting to think that too, Starbird. That sounds like a scam, but sadly it's not.
Yeah, no. It's a scam for the other person too, because did you know, when I move over, my husband is financially responsible for everything I do for 10 years. Anything and everything. If I get into debt or anything of the sorts, he's responsible for that if I don't pay. because he's fully responsible for me.
Oh, what?
Yep. I did not know this when I was first looking into it. There's something called the affidavit of support that you have to fill out, where you have to prove that you have the means of supporting the person you're getting over. And that is a legal, like, thing where, yeah, exactly, yeah, it's my legal sugar daddy,
Yeah, I
thank
was
you.
ready to say, yeah, that makes sense. Oh my god. That
But
is
yeah,
so weird.
Right, and I looked at my husband, I'm like, are you comfortable with that? Like, are you comfortable with knowing full well that you're, like, responsible for me for at least 10 years? And that,
Mhm.
if I fuck up, you'll have to pay for it? And he's like, yeah, duh, I love you, and I want you over. I'm like, I'm just
Oh.
asking, because, like, it's a big thing to take on. So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Did you guys meet online? Is that how you guys got? Is that how you
yeah,
guys met?
ironically, we met in Lio's server.
Really? Oh, look at that! Oh, that's so cute. That's adorable. I love it. I love it. Well, congratulations. Either way, that's amazing. So technically, you guys have been married for over a year now.
Yeah, like on
Gotcha.
paper we've been married for over a year. On like actual celebration wise, we've been married since the 15th of June.
Aw,
I
that's
I
sweet.
asked Lio to come over and walk me down the aisle to fulfill the dad allegation. He refused. So fucking
Lio! Shame on you. I'm kidding. No, would he have to fly? Was it in Germany? Is that where one of the ceremonies?
No, it was actually in America, and I walked up to him.
Well,
and I was
then
like,
he
hey.
has no excuse.
For the funnies, would you walk me down the aisle? And then he was like, no, I'm busy. I'm like, how dare you?
Right?
How dare you, Lio?
Lio, shame on you. You know what I'm gonna do? If Mr. Huck and I renew our vows, then I'm gonna just to fuck with him. I should message Lio.
Like, hey, girl, do you mind?
No, I'm sure that. Yeah, no, just to fuck with them, I'd be like, "Hey, you want to walk me down the aisle?" And I'd be like, "Fuck you, I ain't doing shit."
It was so funny, and then I was like, "Will you at least attend?" And he was like, "Well, it'd be weird for you to just bring some stranger in there." I'm like, "I brought Angie. Like, Angie's
Yeah.
also somebody I just met online. Shut up, come to my wedding." And he's like, "No, I'm busy." I'm like, "How dare you?"
Yeah,
Friendship ended with Lio convoy.
bridge burnt, done. No, but
Google Doc is coming.
let's go. You know what? I've always said this. If I ever, okay, so bit of backstory here for you. I told you that Nerdy and I are buddies. Have been now for
Yeah.
some time. He never lets me forget that anytime that I get to be like sub-wise a bigger YouTuber than him, like if I get 100K subs, I think it is, that he is going to make a Google Doc on me and expose me.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Very nice.
Yep.
Very demure,
So
very
at least
mindful.
I'm prepared.
You're prepared for your cancellation. It's okay. You can,
Yeah,
you can get some
exactly.
practice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I've been practicing. I'm kidding, but I've been practicing like my YouTuber apology, and all of
Ukulele
that.
and all.
Right, girl. Oh my god, that was. Oh, we could talk for hours. Oh my god, we could literally talk for hours. Oh my god. Oh god, I remember when I first saw that. By the way, do you remember when you first saw that? I do.
Yep.
I will never forget it. Ever.
I saw memes of it first and I was like, there's no way. There's no way. And then I looked at the original, I'm like, there is a way.
Mhm.
There is a way, and it's leading down to hell. Like,
Right. Oh, and you know what's even worse is that song is so damn catchy too that you can't help but like at least hum the melody to it, and you feel dirty for even doing that.
but it's funny though.
Yeah, true, but it's just that whole, oh my god, that whole thing was insane too.
Someone should make a KP parody of it. Please, I'm begging. I am on my knees actually.
Oh,
about this.
Michael the Bicycle! Oh, Mike the Bike! Yeah,
There's
we
your
need
moment.
him.
There's your moment.
Yeah, we need him. Let's get Mike on it. But no, oh my god, that's too fucking funny. Okay, so let's read this here real quick. Go back to this. This is just insane. Vaginal infections don't require 7 months of medication. For all the most common conditions, bacterial vaginosis, yeast infections, UTIs, STIs. The treatment is days to a few weeks. Bullshit. Um, Yeast infections usually a single pill for 3 or 7 days. Topical treatment.
Mm-hmm.
Bacterial vaginosis, 5 to 7 days of antibiotics. I wouldn't know. I've never had that before, so. But okay. Common STIs, chlamydia, gonorrhea, excuse me, typically 1 dose or up to 14 days.
Well, fair. It's she's so silly for exposing this as well. Like she complains a whole lot about like people questioning her sexual health or whatever, and then, talks about this publicly. It's like, girl, keep it to yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Like, why on God's green earth would you share this? Like,
Just
that is
keep your mouth
ridiculous.
shut. It's just so stupid. And again, the fact that this is the focus out of everything. Like, she could have focused on anything else, and she's like, no, let's talk about my vajayjay. Let's talk about how, like, I'm growing an entire ecosystem down there, and National Geographic recently phoned me.
Let's talk about how I don't have vaginosis, and let's defend that. Not, I copyright struck like 3 different people. Or 5 different people. Let's not address any of that. No.
We don't need that. That's silly. Who needs that?
Exactly. Like what she said in the Lio call when Lio asked her about it. She was like, yeah, I privacy. Well, this was when she just privacy struck you guys. And I think, or it was. I'm trying to think. Yeah, that was when they had talked. It was when she had just privacy struck you guys. She didn't copyright strike yet. But it was that even then her answer to that was, yeah, I privacy struck it. Like she didn't care.
Yeah, no, and like she literally went like, I privacy struck it, but I stopped now, and it's like, that doesn't make it better. Like,
no,
I don't know. I don't know why you think that makes it in any shape or form more appropriate. It doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Like, die.
Right? Like, get offline, go touch grass, ma'am, please and thank you, and not the weed type of grass, actual grass, please and thank you.
Like, get a job.
Yeah,
get a
exactly.
job. Number 1, get a job. Number 2, get some social relations outside of the Brony fandom, and then 3, get a job. And I say this with love in my heart for you, KP, but get a job. Like, just fuck off, please.
Absolutely. Yeah. This whole thing with her is just, I didn't, when the story, so let me ask you this, back to, just briefly to the beginning of this, because I just have, again, I told you that these questions were not going to be structured. I'm sorry ahead of time. But,
okay.
take me back a little bit. So you first came to know KP because of her response video, right? Or her working on her response video. When did you find out about the rest of the stuff, like her lore and her history? Was it because of Beckett's video, or was it just other things that came in between there?
So I started kind of looking into her, because I'm an enjoyer of good content. So I was watching like Beckett's video, I was watching Lazy Bedhead's video, I was watching Mr. Enter's video. So I was like, but the thing with it is, like, again, I'm employed. I know that is like a strange thing to some people, so I don't really have the time to just sit on like hour-long videos without anything.
Hear ya.
So it's hard. So I was just like, I had like half knowledge. I was like, okay, something's wrong, but I don't know what it is, and like I don't just want to go with half knowledge, so I'm just gonna go with what I know. And so I started talking to her, and it was after the call where I actually took the time and looked into everything and realized she was being really, really malicious. So I'm like, oh, I'm just stupid. Good to know. Like, thank you. I appreciate it. And that was like when I kind of found out that, oh, she's just doing this for like Chris Aficionado and everything. And I was then handed by a mutual of mine. I was handed the original Chris Aficionado security report, and I was like, oh, now everything makes sense. Like, okay, now everything's like falling into place. And that was part of the reason, especially after Beckett released his video where he talks about how she's basically just a liar. I was like, oh, I see. I'll be damned.
Right.
That's on me.
Well,
That's
I
on
mean,
me for being nice
and
to this bitch.
kind
Oops.
of touching back on that a little bit too, and I was going to say this earlier. How are you supposed to know any of this, though? Do you know what I mean? Like, if you're
Yeah.
like, I can understand how you wouldn't know this because, again, well, how did the interview come about? I guess is the better question. Did she reach out
Yeah,
to you, or
so
did you ask her for one, and then it just went from there?
So originally it wasn't even meant to be like an interview. I never intended on making this public. So I was just talking to her because she asked for help regarding her Q&A. And so I
Mm-hmm.
was like, "Sure, we can have a call." But here's the thing. I record all calls I have with content creators always because I don't trust
Yeah,
anybody. And you can say anything you want to my face, and then later you can be like, "I never said that." So I record all my calls.
fair.
So I recorded the one with her because I
Mm-hmm.
just wanted to make sure that everything goes smoothly.
Mm-hmm.
And we were kind of just talking about everything. I'm assuming she sort of used me as a vent space where she was just talking about, like, oh, this is what's going on right now. This is why I'm being perceived so poorly. And so I tried to explain to her why her response and her video was dog shit. And I was trying to do that in a kind way because I was like, I don't want to just yell at you and call you names or whatever. So I'm just gonna explain very kindly why your video sucked ass. And I noticed during the call, um, that she had like she got weirdly defensive whenever I brought up like criticisms. Like
Mm-hmm.
whenever I was like, this you could have done this differently. This is why people did that. She started like, oh, so was I supposed to do insert thing here that is totally unrelated? And I'm like, no, KP, that's not what you were
No.
supposed to do. Like, no, girl. Mm-mm. And so eventually, while we were talking, she was like, "I'm gonna give you access to my Q&A script so you can give me like pointers and you can, edit it." And I'm like, "Okay, sure, I can do that."
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't look through it for like 2 days because I have stuff to do. But then Beckett was streaming about it, and I specifically looked up mentions of his name, which, Lord, was that unhinged. Oops.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Oh my God. Yes. Still
it was
unhinged. Still. Still.
it's still unhinged, but it was so bad. But I didn't read the rest of the Q&A because I was like, I don't have time for this. Like, leave me alone. And eventually, I go through it, and I realize it's so much worse than I originally thought. Because she starts the Q&A out by trying to accuse aficionado Chris of a sex crime.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she literally tries to accuse him of sexual assault, which, by the way, is the thing she's tried to do from the very beginning,
Yep.
because in her original safety report, in the email she sent, she literally says the call makes you look like sexual assault, like you admitted to sexual assault.
Oh my.
So, she always wanted to run with that narrative, but now she's a lot more brazen about it. And I'm like, And
Mm-hmm.
so, we now can count 3 different men that you accused of, like, SA or grooming or predation with very little evidence. I'm excluding DA games here because I know nothing about DA games, but I know a lot about Black Griffin and I know a lot about like Saberspark to know that the allegations there, a little
Mm-hmm.
bit bullshit. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. Yeah. Well. Well, for a lot of people, including myself with the Saber Spark stuff, I had never heard of him until that video came out. And, some people knew of him, obviously, that followed that kind of community, or the My Little Pony, or the animation community, if you will. Some people knew who he was, and or had heard of him. I had no idea who he was. I had no idea who any of these people were until this video came out. Didn't know who KP was, who Saberspark was, who Bonk was, or Bonk, whatever the fuck
Oh,
his name
bonk.
is.
Derogatory.
Or
Yeah.
Sophia. I had
Yeah.
no idea about any of these people until this video came out. Like, none. And I remember being sent the video when it first came out, before she took it down. And I was like, oh my God, this is a mess and a half. And I just I did watch it a little bit, but I didn't like actually cover it because I was like, I don't know about this. And I think that I was knee deep in other stuff at the time too. So I didn't really get around to it until now.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's the video was really bad because especially if you were like somebody who didn't know what she was talking about,
Yeah. Yeah.
you had like no clue what was going on.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
I think she would have been fine if she had just put the DA game stuff in one video and called it a day. Because at least then people could have picked up the pieces she left and been like, okay, so this is what's like going on. But then she brings
Right.
in Black Griffin and she brings in Saberspag, and in those cases it's like the Black Griffin document is written by somebody who's attracted to minor characters and somebody else who's parasocially attached to one of the victims, to the point that the victim doesn't even know who the fuck they are. So I would not trust that like document with a 10-foot pole, at least not anymore. And then when it comes to the Saberspark stuff, that was obviously made under deception because Emily has a big enough platform to come out herself and chose not to. She chose to
Right.
deliberately hide who she is. She only gave testimony with very little evidence. So again, I'm of the opinion, had she just wanted to make the case that consent maybe have been misunderstood, or that, you know, the interaction was uncomfortable and she regrets it, I think that'd be fine. Calling it a rape is not. Like,
Yeah, no.
blatantly, it's just not. Like, it's
No.
just not fine.
No.
And you can tell that KP doesn't give a shit about the victim here, because when she brings in the testimony, the victim testimony, she doesn't even bring in the right one. She brings the unedited version in instead of the edited version. So, like, it's not about the victim. It's not about like being an advocate or elevating voices. It's about your grudge against Saberspag.
Oh yeah,
It's about your
absolutely.
grudge against Black Griffin. Like,
Yeah.
don't kid yourself. I know you're mad that Saberspark rejected you for Black Griffin's sister, but still, you know, like it's like I listen.
Bruh.
Spurn lover much, you know, like
Right. Oh, girl, we got to get into that about how she just thinks that everyone is in love with her. Oh, we have to talk
Yup.
about that. But
Mhm.
before we do,
I can't believe we live in a society where I have a hostile takeover of chat. Oh, hi, Yen. Welcome to my hostile takeover.
I snuck in through the back door. They didn't see me come in. Hi.